and welcome to the Kitchen Knitter podcast. I'm Suzanne, the Kitchen Knitter, and this is a little place on the internet where I share with you what I've been knitting and sometimes sewing. It's just knitting today. I have been sewing, but I put that up on my Insta, which I'm the Kitchen Knitter on Instagram as well, and I've been putting up some of my sewing. I made a couple of dresses and I made a skirt. I haven't made a skirt for a long time. And so there is nothing finished, but I can show you the progress I've made on. I've got far too many works in progress, but I can show you what the progress I've been making on what I've been focusing on. So the first one is my grey cardigan. It's from a very old Rowan book, and I think I've got a photocopy. Yeah. So that's the colour photograph. Would have been better, wouldn't it? But it's just a plain little V-neck. I'm doing the cardigan, a little V-neck cardigan, and I started this and then abandoned it. I think because it's quite a boring knit actually. And you use fine needles. These are 3.25. I think are they 3.25 or 3.5? Yeah, 3.25. You actually do this on 2.35 and then knit on. It's not 3.25 millimeter. 2 3/4 millimeters on the and 3 1/4 millimeter needles on the body. So it's quite fine, which I like. I prefer fine knitting, but it does take a bit of time. And this bit I'm knitting at the moment is the left front, and it's a really lovely yarn. It's a yarn from Hedgerow Yarns, and that's how it comes in the skein. I've got one skein left to. I've just caked one up. I think I might. I was a bit disappointed because I thought I'd done 2 sleeves. I've only done 1 sleeve, so I've still got. When I finished, I've got a right front, a back, and this is the left front, and I've got a sleeve. So I've got another sleeve to do. So I probably will have to cake this up, but it's absolutely gorgeous, and it's called Graphite from Hedgerow Yarns, and it is alpaca, silk and linen, 50% baby alpaca, 25% silk and 25% linen, and it is so soft, and it's got this, I don't know if you can see, but it's got a gorgeous sheen on it. But I think I got a little board. I've got that much there on of that ball left, so I probably will use it all up because I've got the button band to do as well. But that's so that's that work in progress. And I've been knitting this for too long, far too long. I get do I get bored? Could you say I was bored? But I do as new patterns come out. I think, oh, I want to knit that. And then as the season changes, I'm not a summer knitter. I knit things for the winter and cardigans for all year round. I don't knit short sleeved things, that sort of thing. It's not, that's not, I don't wear them. So that's that work in progress. I've treated myself to this project bag called I'll show you the redesign. And this is project bag 10, so you can get loads of stuff in it. And it's got pockets and zippy bits, and it's even got a little leather thing there that you can put your needles through, your sewing needles through. It's absolutely lovely. I think it might be a new thing because I saw a reel from Beautiful Knitters, a yarn shop in London. I think it's in Pimlico, and they were showing this off, and I thought, oh, they're nice. And I treated myself to this one, and I've also treated myself to another one as well because I want a smaller one, but it's just, I can get, that's 2 sweater quantities in there. When I say sweater quantities, I've got 4 balls of yarn in there, but I've got everything for that jumper in there, and my knitting, all the other pieces, but I've just got, and I've got that one in there. So my other work in progress is, and I think I showed it last time, but I haven't got very far. I'm doing a lot of treating myself. I bought some needle stoppers from Jules of So Sweet Violet, and these I got 2 pairs of these. They're great. They're great. I have been buying those like little cone shaped ones. They don't stay on the needles. These are great. They really grip. They're lovely. So this is my it's a pattern by Isabel Kramer, and it is called the tressing. And I'm using the yarn the pattern calls for, which is Bichet Bouche, and I'm using it's the lamb's wool held together with the silken mohair, and this colourway is soft green, both soft green. So it comes. So I mean, I have literally just started this, so it comes up like that. It's gorgeous, lovely colour green. So I have literally just started that. So there's 2 work in pro. Hopefully I'll finish this one. I'm sick of the sight of this one. I need to get it done, because I actually think it'll be quite a useful cardigan too, and you know, I will use it. I have a grey cashmere cardigan which I've gone through the elbow in, so I've repaired it, and and I need another grey cardigan. So those are 2 works in progress. The other work in progress I've got is, and I've not done too much on this, but it is my Stockholm vest. Now I actually think I'm knitting this a bit on the small side. I don't know, it's hard to tell when it's all bunched up on the needles, and of course I will be putting a neck and I'll show you the pattern. I think everybody's seen this pattern, haven't they? It's a popular one. It's petite knit, and it is the Stockholm slip over. I think there is a Stockholm vest as well, but this is the slip over. So I mean, I'm saying I'm knitting it too small. It's not. I mean, she's very, very slim, but I don't think there's loads of positive ease in it, is there? I don't know. What do you think? Anyway, yeah. So I'm knitting that, and I'm knitting that on a Bichet Bouche mohair held with Exmoor sock from John Arbon. This is Builder in Clouds, and this is medium grey together. And I'm quite pleased with the way, because I'm not very good at choosing colours and putting things together. I'm always a bit, but I quite like the effect. It's anyway, I had a bit of a false start with it. I not so much dropped a stitch, but made a stitch and then tried to go back and put it right, and I had this huge ladder at the back, so I had to pull it all out. So it had a false start. And these brilliant little needle stoppers are from Jules So Sweet Violet too. They're great. They're lovely. So, I mean, this isn't going to take that long, really, is it? I say that. It's hard. See, it's all a bit bunched up. It's hard to show, but you get the idea. But see, I could wear it. I could wear it over this dress, couldn't I? Yes, I think that's all. That's all to say about that one, really. Again, I think I've shown it a couple of times now, because I remember talking on a podcast about the ladder at the back and what I was going to do. And in my heart of hearts, I knew I was going to have to. I was thinking, oh, sew it up, I'll do this, I'll do that. In my heart of hearts, I knew, I thought, I'm going to have to rip this back. Just rip it back. And the other thing, I have been working on another redesign project bag. In fact, I've only just got it and I haven't taken the label off. But this is a lovely one. Oh, it smells gorgeous. And in here I have got my Krakin shawl, and I've been knitting it in the gorgeous Herkel Durkel yarn from Lay Family Yarn to Gaynor from Tales from Cuckoo Land's recipe. So there it is. So I have made, since last time I showed you, I think I have made some progress. You've got to do, I'll show you the right side. You've got to do 25 of these repeats. So I think I'm on 18. I think 18 or 19. And then there's more patterning to do. But as you see, it's growing. I've got quite a few stitches on the needle now. But it's a very easy pattern. It's very easy to follow. You've just got lots of garter stitch in between, which is, I like a garter stitch scarf. I think it's a shawl. I think they look really nice. I've made a mistake. I only noticed it as I was putting things together for this podcast. I thought, oh no, and I don't think I'm going to take it back. But can you see I've gone into the stocking stitch there when it should be garter, just for a couple of. But I don't know. I suppose I could throw a lifeline in, couldn't I? But there's all those stitches to pick up, and no, it's for me. I don't think I will take it back. But oh, it's so nice. I'll show you the picture. Well, that's a picture of the pattern. That's after it's been blocked, I think. Mine's a little bit curled up, but the main picture, oh, come on. There we go. Is that one there? And it's by Liz Cork. I've knitted some mittens a while ago, the Dealers mittens. They were lovely. So that's that, and you get it's a charted pattern, or you get the written instructions, and it's only a small amount of pattern, a few stitches, but it's lovely. Got all my little bits of post-it there to keep me on track. So I've put it in. I mean, this bag, this would hold a sweater quantity, I'm sure. But it's so lovely. So yes, I've been treating myself. So that's that one. Again, this is from Beautiful Knitters, and they've got loads of different styles and designs. I think it might be a new one, because Stephen West did a little YouTube video on it a couple of days ago, and so he must be on the big one, and he must be stocking them in his shop, maybe in Amsterdam. I don't know. I had been looking at the Mud, M-U-U-D. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. A Danish company. I think even though these are made in India, I think the designs are Danish. I think. I don't know. And I was looking at the Mud ones, but they do round ones. I didn't want a round one, but there's lots of different styles, and tote bags as well. You know, they look like handbags. It's gorgeous, and it's lovely squashy leather. Oh, it's beautiful. This colour is burnt gold, and this colour, it's sticking to the table, is walnut, which is a sort of like a conker brown, which is lovely. Lovely. So, because I've not finished anything, I thought I'll cast on a pair of socks, and I got a notification that Maya from the Wool Barn had produced a new pattern and a sock set to go with it. So it was a kit. You got the pattern and you got the sock set. And the pattern is the Portsea socks. You see, it's quite pale there. The Portsea socks from the Wool Barn, and the sock set is, it's lovely. It's sand. The main colour is sand, and then the contrast is midnight, and it's the twist sock set, and it's extra fine superwash merino, nylon, sand and midnight. And these I just wanted to knit something different. I have got a few pairs of socks on the needles, but I think I mentioned one of them I didn't like. I was doing it to my own, and it wasn't working out. My own, not my own recipe, just casting on 72 stitches and knitting down and doing a 3x1 rib. But I don't know, it wasn't, and it was a sock set from the Woolly Mammoth, Emma Woolly Mammoth. It was gorgeous. It was called Grandpa's Woolly Socks, and you got, the sock set had two 20-gram minis, and one was a sort of a maroon, and then one was a softer grey, and then there's the dark grey for the main part of the sock. And I did it the wrong way around. I should have started with the maroon and ended with the lighter grey. So I'm going to frog them and start again. I just haven't taken them off the needles yet. They're there, but I think I will. I'll do it that way around. And the other pair of socks, I was knitting to the pattern and I forgot to do the pattern. It was again, it was another Woolly Mammoth sock set, just tankard it was called, and it was the blue, like an indigo blue, because it all came off in my hands. And a grey, and the sock set was called tankard. So I cast on the cuff and then just went straight into a vanilla sock, and I suddenly thought, oh, I was doing a pattern. So I'm going to take that back because I want to do that pattern. It was by oh, I can't remember now. Irish name. Ashleen, something like that. Anyway, I'll hopefully have them back on the needles next podcast, and I'll show you. I'll do the pattern rather than the vanilla sock. I don't want to. I do like this kind of pattern. You get all the business at the top, and then it's all just plain. I do like that style, but this one is like a rib all the way down. But I think the wool lends itself to the pattern, so we'll have a go with that. So yeah. So that's everything. Yes, that's everything. So for all, I have very little to show and things. I still managed to eat this out for 20 minutes. Yeah. Did I do I don't think I did a weather report, did I? It's a really dull day today. It's very, very overcast, and I think we're going to get some rain. But it was a beautiful day yesterday. Chilly out of the sun, but gorgeous sun, blue sky. There was a few fluffy clouds, but it was just absolutely gorgeous yesterday. I sat knitting in the garden for a little while, and it was lovely. It wasn't warm enough to eat in the garden. We tend to sometimes just have our dinner outside, but yeah, it was a bit too chilly for that. The sun had gone down actually. Well, not gone down, gone in. So we had dinner indoors, but I do like to sit out and eat too. I'm not into barbecues. I don't particularly like barbecues, but I'm quite happy to cook, and then we sit outside and enjoy the garden. I've also when I've been able to, weather permitting, get out into the garden. The weeds are loving this weather, so I've been doing that and tidying and just cutting the grass, and yeah, funny weather though, funny. Anyway, so that was that's a very itty bitty podcast. So I hope to come back on. I think I quite like doing these fortnightly ones. It keeps me motivated. It keeps me going, and I don't have too many false starts when I do the podcast now. I kind of do a little trial run to see what everything looks like, and then you know, go live, as you say, and then yeah. So I think if I concentrate on these, I should have some finished objects, because I've got a queue of stuff. I did a little wool winding session a couple of weeks ago. I had a sort of a happy hour, just winding up the wool to do a, what have I got in the queue? I've got a Felix cardigan with some John Arbon yarn. I've got a petite knit pattern. It's the mitts, and I want to do those in the Herkel Durkel sock yarn and floof. And what else have I got? There's another one. There's something else. Oh, it's gone. But I've got a basket of all these yarns and wound up yarns and everything ready to go. But I'm not casting them on now. This was just a sort of a, call it a palette cleanser. I don't know. Just to be doing something different and something new. So yeah. So hopefully these will be finished, and I'll have some new things to show you. And as I say, I'm putting the sewing I'm doing. I'm making some dresses to take on holiday. I put those on Instagram. I'm not very adventurous with my sewing. You know, I watch some. I don't so much watch sewing podcasts, but I look on Instagram at some sewists, and they make a range of things. It puts me to shame, really. But I don't like fussy things. I quite like plain things. And sometimes if it's too complicated, I just lose interest if it's too complicated. But I can't keep doing an Alice and a Hattie dress. I'm going to get bored of that, I'm sure. But sometimes the same dress looks different if you use a different style of. But I always, linen is my go-to. But we'll see anyway. Waffling now. Waffle. Right. Well, I'm going to go and upload this and try and remember how to do it and what I need to do. And if I put some music on, I'll try and get the music when I'm not talking. And then I'll see if there's a little intro I can put in at the beginning. But I don't do much editing. It just all goes to pot when I start cutting things out and it all just disintegrates. So I leave well alone. Right. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for liking and subscribing. It's amazing. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.